The 2026 Genesis GV90 is finally here, and I have to tell you, this one feels like a turning point. You know how every few years a car comes along that makes you stop, look twice, and think, wow, that's where the future is headed? Well, that's exactly the vibe the Genesis GV90 three-row electric SUV gives off. It's bold, it's futuristic, and it has a few details that will make you smile, especially once you see those coach doors swing open. Yes, Genesis actually went for rear hinge doors on a three-row luxury EV. Wait till you see it in action. It's like watching a concept car come to life on the street. From the moment you walk up to the GV90, the first thing you'll notice is its sheer presence. It's not just big, it's elegant in the way only a flagship SUV can be. The design language feels like an evolution of what we've seen on the GV80 and GV70, but stretched into something even more ambitious. You've got those signature double-line LED headlights that wrap around the front like jewelry, and a grille area that isn't a grille at all, but still manages to give the face some depth and presence. Genesis has really leaned into this idea of athletic elegance, and the GV90 wears it well. The body lines are smooth, clean, and futuristic, almost like a luxury yacht on wheels. And speaking of yachts, the two-tone paint options are stunning. Seeing this SUV in pearl white with a contrasting dark roof makes it feel like it belongs parked next to a private jet. Now, about those coach doors. Let's be honest, that's the detail everyone is talking about. When you open them, you get this wide, almost theatrical entry into the cabin. It's not just a gimmick either. With a three-row SUV, having rear hinge doors makes it way easier to step into the second and third row. You don't have to squeeze or bend awkwardly. It's just a smooth step in, like walking into a lounge. It gives the GV90 this Rolls-Royce-like vibe, and yet it feels practical at the same time. Genesis has really thought about how luxury should also feel effortless. Step inside, and the interior of the Genesis GV90 feels like an escape pod for the modern age. Everything you touch, everything you see, feels intentionally designed to calm you down. The cabin is flooded with soft ambient lighting, sustainable materials, and technology that doesn't overwhelm but integrates seamlessly. There's this massive panoramic screen that stretches across the dashboard, but it's cleverly split into zones so the driver can see vital info while passengers enjoy entertainment or controls. And if you think that's cool, wait till you hear this. Genesis included a full entertainment suite for the second row, with large individual displays, premium audio, and even reclining lounge seats if you go for the top trim. Imagine taking a road trip where the kids in the back are watching movies, you're listening to a podcast up front, and everyone has their own space. It's like first-class air travel, but on the ground. The materials are what really stand out. Instead of just leather everywhere, Genesis is using eco-friendly textiles, soft natural woods, and recycled metals that don't look recycled at all. They've managed to make the GV90's interior feel both luxurious and guilt-free, which is rare in this segment. The seats are soft yet supportive, and they've even integrated features like massage, heating, and cooling across multiple rows. It's the kind of cabin where you could sit for hours and not feel fatigued. When it comes to technology, the GV90 is loaded. You've got the latest version of Genesis's infotainment system, with crystal clear graphics and natural voice controls that actually work when you talk to them, unlike some systems that just frustrate you. There's also a full suite of driver assist features, including hands-free highway driving that feels eerily smooth, lane centering that doesn't bounce you around, and adaptive cruise control that actually reacts like a human instead of jerking you back and forth. And get this, the GV90 even comes with an auto parking feature that lets you step out of the car and watch it park itself. Tell me that won't impress your neighbors. Now let's talk performance, because the Genesis GV90 isn't just about looking good. Underneath, it's built on Hyundai and Genesis's eGMP platform, which you might recognize from the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 7, and Kia EV9. But here it's been tuned for maximum comfort and luxury. Power-wise, you're looking at dual-motor all-wheel drive with somewhere around 500 horsepower, depending on the trim you choose. That means this big SUV can hit 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds, which is wild for something with 3 rows of seats. It's not meant to be a track monster, of course, but it gives you that instant EV shove when you need it, whether you're merging onto the freeway or just surprising a passenger who wasn't expecting it. the range is equally impressive. Genesis is promising over 300 miles on a full charge, and thanks to 800-volt fast charging, you can juice up from 10 to 80% in under 25 minutes if you find the right DC fast charger. That's the kind of charging speed that makes owning an EV feel a lot more convenient. And if you're using it for road trips, the GV90 even has vehicle-to-load capability, so you can plug in appliances, camping gear, or even power your house in an emergency. But here's the thing I found most surprising: the ride quality. A lot of electric SUVs are quick and quiet, but they can feel heavy or disconnected. The GV90, on the other hand, has this floating, cloud-like suspension that absorbs bumps with grace while still feeling planted on the road. Genesis is using an adaptive air suspension system that scans the road ahead with cameras and adjusts in real time. So if there's a pothole or a speed bump, the car is literally preparing itself before you even feel it. It's one of those small things that makes a big difference on a long drive. Now, of course, no car is perfect, and there are a few trade-offs with the Genesis GV90. Because of those coach doors, the design can be a little polarizing. Some people love the dramatic entrance, while others think it's a bit too much. Also, while the third row is roomy enough for kids and smaller adults, it's not exactly a stretch-out zone for tall passengers. And then there's the price. The GV90 is expected to start around $80,000 and can climb into six-figure territory when fully loaded. That puts it right in competition with the Tesla Model X, the Mercedes EQS SUV, and the BMW iX. But here's where Genesis might have the edge. It's offering a unique design, incredible luxury, and features you'd normally only find in ultra-expensive brands like Rolls-Royce or Bentley, all at a slightly more approachable price point. Speaking of competitors, let's talk about them for a second. The Tesla Model X is quick and has those dramatic falcon wing doors, but the interior quality can feel a bit cold and minimal compared to the warmth of the GV90. The Mercedes EQS SUV is beautifully made and luxurious, but its design doesn't quite turn heads in the same way. The BMW iX is sporty and packed with tech, but some people struggle with its controversial looks. The Genesis GV90 seems to strike a balance. It feels futuristic without being weird, luxurious without being stuffy, and practical without being boring. One of the things I admire most about the GV90 is how it signals Genesis's confidence as a brand. Not too long ago, Genesis was just a newcomer trying to prove itself in the luxury space. Now, with cars like the GV80, the G90 sedan, and this GV90 SUV, they're showing the world that they're not just following trends, they're setting them. Coach doors on a mainstream luxury EV, that's bold. A cabin that rivals the best in the business while using sustainable materials, that's forward thinking. And packaging it all into a family-friendly 3-row, that's smart. So what's the final verdict? If you're looking for a luxury 3-row electric SUV that stands out from the crowd, the 2026 Genesis GV90 should be on your shortlist. It combines head-turning design with real-world practicality, cutting-edge technology, and a driving experience that feels like the future. It's not the cheapest option, and it's not perfect, but it's one of those rare vehicles that manages to feel special every time you get in. And let's be honest, in a world where so many SUVs look and feel the same, that's worth celebrating. So there you have it, the 2026 Genesis GV90 3-row EV SUV, with coach doors, luxury features galore, and a personality that makes it stand out in a crowded market. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more reviews like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned. We've got plenty more car reviews coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.